Welcome to another interview with el Vocero Hispano. The Grand Rapids Community Foundation has been present in the community for 100 years. They have been providing grants for businesses, nonprofits, and even scholarships for students who are seeking a higher education. To speak about this, some of the resources that they offer, and their 100th anniversary, which is something awesome and great, I have the president, Diana Seeger, here with us, and it's a pleasure to have you here.
Oh, it's wonderful. Thank you for having me on.
Yes. Yeah. As I mentioned, I know a little bit about the foundation, so I applaud all of you guys for all the work that you guys have been doing. So kind of to touch base and start off, I wanted to know some of the highlights that you could mention of the foundation within the past 100 years.
Well, the impact that we have made, and understand that the impact is also magnified by working through our partners, the many partners that we have in the community, including other foundations. So we really know how to band together. We listen to community. So I would say the key things that can be measured is that we have distributed more than $280 million in grants since the inception of the foundation. We have supported more than 2,500 unique organizations in the greater Grand Rapids area. And when you note scholarships, we have been providing scholarships since the 1940s. So, and we have expert staff who care deeply. I want to emphasize the partnerships. Is the fact that our nonprofit partnerships, our business partnerships, our donors who have been extremely generous to the foundation, and just others are just really critical. And we've really ramped up what I would say listening to all communities in the greater Grand Rapids area. So impact is great.
Yeah, yeah, we have seen it within the past few years.
Yeah.
So I think all of that is great, just offering more support for businesses and students as well. So they're all great. And as I mentioned, you guys are celebrating your 100th anniversary. So how are you guys doing that kind of to honor the foundation?
Well, we did have a wonderful celebration back in August. And it was in the middle of Calder Plaza, two huge tents. Over 500 people celebrated with us. We were dancing by the Calder Stabile, and we had a fabulous time. So definitely that. We have also celebrated with smaller events, and but what I think I'm most proud of is the fact that in addition to the celebrations, we have really highlighted the people of this community, which make up what I would say the joys of running a community foundation. After all, that's the word community is in our name. So we have also which I can get into, it was the visions that people may have about the future. Because while we're celebrating 100 years, to be quite honest with you, we're looking ahead about what could the future hold. So and we're winding up our 100th anniversary, which we have been planning for more than a decade. So it's been a great year.
Yeah, and I want to congratulate you guys too. It's something that I know it's going to be nonstop, and it's going to keep going. There's going to be more years, so I'm kind of excited to see you guys and what you guys can bring for the future as well. And I did mention some of the resources. So how can some businesses benefit from the Community Foundation? Or what are some of the resources you guys offer to businesses?
Well, what we're really known for is our grants to nonprofit organizations. And frankly, in the last 30 plus years, we've also done many activities that are more community leadership oriented. And we have really stood with many in the community. We're not just sitting at our offices in downtown Grand Rapids. We are out and about. And so that is a big shift. And it's been so much fun to be able to connect with others in the community. So we've provided more than $4 million this past year into the community, and hope to provide much more in the future. And we have provided wonderful support over the years to the Hispanic Center, the Hispanic Chamber, and many, many organizations that really know how to reach out to the various populations. We have the Urban Core Collective is an organization that we have really relied on over the course of the last few years. So I would just say embracing every aspect of this community.
Yeah, and then I've seen around something called the Somos Comunidad Fund. So tell me a little bit about that.
We are celebrating. We have the Somos Comunidad Fund actually started several years ago, but more of as a how can we really, with the Latino population, created it, and we transitioned into Somos Comunidad this past year. Had a wonderful kickoff event, very family oriented, which was a joy. And it is a committee comprised of people from the community, and I just have to say that, and I have to read this because I want to get this right because this is really important. We have provided we're reimagining how we can our philanthropy in the community, and so my big thing is the fact that we are providing support, and we are the Somos Comunidad Fund is that we are. Our priority areas include reducing barriers to education, employment, providing safe spaces, youth development, social and cultural institutions, and justice work, community organizing. So the thing that is really critical is the fact that on our website, which is grfoundation.org/Somos Comunidad, we are accepting applications for nonprofits to apply for funding through December 30th. So I would just really emphasize December 30th, and the committee is, as we emphasize, community-led, are going to be making those decisions.
Okay.
So yeah.
And that's specifically for the Somos Comunidad Fund?
Yes, yes.
And are there any requirements or that business kind of have to
Well,
meet?
you know, the requirements are you just have to make sure that you have what I would say a 501c3 tax exempt status, and that you really provide what I would say not only needed services in the community, but what I would say enhancing the cultural activities as well. We have other community, what we call community-led funds, such as the Black Legacy Fund, which has been in existence for quite some time as well. Used to be known as the African American Heritage Fund. And they're going through the similar process where accepting funding applications and providing financial support to area nonprofits. The LGBTQ Fund, in fact, they made their decisions just recently, and so we're going to continue that activity.
Yeah.
And we have, oh gosh, wonderful youth grant committee that has been in existence for 30 years, and where high school students where they do a needs assessment each year, asking what do you feel is important, accept applications from the community. I tell you, that effort, I have never in my life seen such committed, brainy students who just love the community and who are making really great decisions. So there's that. But we also have what we call our Fund for Community Good, which is our unrestricted grant making. So, you know, it's that support, but also what I would say, really moral support for the community, and really listening quite carefully to everything.
Yeah, I think all that you mentioned, it's great, it's diverse. You're reaching a lot of different communities, especially the minority ones that are kind of not being helped.
Well, you know, and the thing of it is that we're also really trying to build trust with us. And that we will do what we say we're going to do. So that, that takes time. And I think that we're doing it, but we also need to really listen and hear what others are thinking about the community foundation.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And you mentioned students too, and
Yeah.
I just wanted to touch a little bit of the Challenge Scholars, which I kind of know from my high school days, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about how students can benefit from that and how important that is.
Well, that this is a program that had been in existence since for about 10 years, and the landscape of higher education has changed dramatically in the last few years. Colleges and universities are now really covering the cost of helping students. We've always, as I've said, an active scholarship program. When we developed Challenge Scholars, I would say the Promise Zone, that what was not in existence. So we, 2 years ago, we inducted our last class of Challenge Scholars.
Okay.
And we will support them through 2032.
Okay.
But what is really exciting now is really developing the efforts to remove barriers to being successful, particularly for first-generation students. So, we're digging in, and what we call equitable attainment, educational attainment, and so it's really learning the lessons that we did with our Challenge Scholar students. I'm so proud of them. Many of them are attending community college, and many of our Challenge Scholar students are really attending colleges throughout the state of Michigan. It's great.
Yeah, and I've seen it too. I've lived it, as you can say. So I think it's all great opportunities for everybody, especially like you mentioned, first generation. So thank you guys for that.
You bet.
Yeah, and then just before we end this, I wanted to talk about the community visions. It's part of the 100th anniversary, and that's kind of getting the community to kind of engage with you guys as well.
So it's easy to do. What we're asking is for people to provide, through your computer or whatever, a short video of what is your vision for the future. And we're actually going to be using all these statements, and we're collecting, I would think our goal is 100 visions. And again, and it's really, really easy. And trust me, if I can do it, anybody can do it. So go to our website at GR Foundation, and I believe that is /vision. And for sharing your thoughts and ideas on the video, we are going to send digital gift cards to anybody who can provide that for the first 100 people by December 31st.
Okay.
So give us your vision.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for being here with
Thank
us.
you.
I'm not sure if there's anything else you want to touch base on, but we're really happy to have you here.
Thank you. Let's just celebrate community. It's our voices, all voices are needed. So thank you for this opportunity.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, if you want to take advantage of some of the funds that are available, you can visit grfoundation.org. If you want to participate in the community visions, you can visit grfoundation.org/vision. You can also call the foundation at 616-454-1751. And you can reach them on Facebook at Grand Rapids Community Foundation. For more interviews in English and Spanish, you can visit elvocerous.com. You can visit our Facebook page, El Vocero Hispano, and our YouTube page, El Vocero Hispano TV.